Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be getting into episode 3 of Death Note. Things are heating up. They went from 0 to 100 and now we're at like 150. Alright, we got another person coming into the mix who is challenging Light. His name is L. He is basically one of like the best detectives in the world. I'm going to call him a detective for now. He takes on certain cases. He takes on like the hardest cases that he wants to take on. He figures everything out. He figures out who the criminals are, what they did, and why they did it. And so he remains anonymous. We don't know his full name. We don't know what he looks like right now. And that's good for him because then Light cannot kill him with his death note. But at the end of episode 2, we saw both of them saying that they were justice. Like, they were the justice in the world. They both think they're in the right. Light thinks that he's in the right because he's like getting rid of all the criminals, and L thinks he's in the right because, I mean, he's trying to get rid of Light. So I can't wait to see what happens. I'm gonna watch episode 3. If you enjoyed the reaction, please give this video a thumbs up. You can also subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me, and let's get right into the reaction. Holy cow, 3,000? Oh, okay, prank calls.
14 people who claim to either know Kira or who have seen him. This week there were an additional 21 people who called in claiming to be Kira.
Oh my god. I can't imagine how annoying that would be to get imposters calling in.
All of them occurred between the hours of 4 p.m. and 2 a.m. weekdays, local time.
So they probably know that he's either like a teenager or he has like a 9 to 5. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Elle's got this figured out. I want to know more about Elle.
We've observed a dramatic decrease in the number of violent crimes committed.
Maybe they're scared? Yeah, they must be scared. They don't want to die. But also, I feel like the police, they could just not report on like the people who are caught in custody. So then Light wouldn't be able to find out about them.
So, do you think you're ready to try a few on your own now?
Huh? Yeah, I guess so.
It's so weird seeing him like this, being like so kind to his sister, and then knowing like what he's been doing.
You sure are relaxed. Of course. If the police try to come after me, I'm pretty confident I've got something that'll give me the advantage.
I'll just kill him.
Hey, glad you could join us for dinner. You hungry, Dad?
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Wait. Wait.
So, Light, tell me, how are your studies going?
Everything's okay, I guess.
Whatever.
Was that-
At the top of his class.
Was that the guy we saw at the police station? Besties. Not this.
Not able to say too much about it.
Well.
I can't believe this. Oh my god.
Confident. We're on a home network, so I can copy the files I need without leaving a trace. This way I can keep track of their investigation.
He's not scared at all. How is he not scared? This man's a hacker. He's a murderer.
Looks like the police are already beginning to suspect a student.
I feel like Light wouldn't have any problem trying to like killing his dad if his dad ever found out about what he's doing.
If the cause of death, details of the death should be written in the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds. If I write heart attack as the cause of death, then I should be able to write down all the details, including time of death afterwards, shouldn't I?
Oh my god. Oh wait, I understand what's happening. So because he says heart attack and he can write down that they have a heart attack and also write down the time of the death, so he can kill people while he's at school, and that'll like kind of like mess with L's and like the police department's heads because they thought that he was a student.
It does punch some holes in the theory that our suspect is a student.
Maybe not. Anybody can skip 2 days of school.
I believe Kira is telling us that not only can he kill from a distance, but he can also determine the time of death.
Can only mean that Kira has access to police information. It's obvious.
L is so smart.
To me, the L is probably starting to sweat a little by now.
I don't think so.
Make his job difficult.
So Kira has found a way to obtain information from the task force headquarters. This is one fact that cannot be ignored.
I really like his voice.
The real agenda is to get close I'm not the one who's going to find out. I can let the police do that for me.
Oh,
And when they
okay.
do, that's when I'll eliminate him.
I wonder how smoothly that's gonna go, though. Like, will that actually happen? I don't know.
With all due respect, Chief, we're resigning. We
They're
demand you
resigning?
assign us to a different case. It's because we value our lives, sir.
They don't want to die, yeah.
HIJA has some ESP-like power that somehow allows him to kill people indirectly.
I understand where they're coming from. I would also be like, I'm out. Don't want to do this anymore.
I'm sure you recall L's last request. He asked that we take a closer
What's
look
up with this guy? Like the younger police person? The one who was scared to speak up before? I feel like he's gonna play an important part in this story.
Like someone we know, we're out there investigating this case wearing police IDs with our names and photos on them. Anybody with a computer can find out who we are.
Well,
We don't hide our faces. We're out in the open.
Light's theory is right that the police department is turning on L.
Before we tackle more complex quadratic equations, we have
What does he sense? Does he sense something? Is that L?
We brought the 141 people in the police force who have access to classified information regarding the investigation. We will find.
Oh my god. He is so smart.
You're being followed by an
Oh.
human. He's watching you right now.
Well,
That's a problem. I'll have to get rid of him as soon as possible. Shouldn't look like anything other than your average high school senior. But the longer I let this person keep following me, the greater the chances they'll figure out who I really am.
What makes a Shinigami and a human who has a Death Note difference? Because we are able to take human lifespans for ourselves.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean by
what?
Let's say you have a human who is due to live until the age of 60, and a god of death wrote that this person would die at 40. Now,
Okay.
these 20 years taken from someone in the human world are added to that god of death's life.
Oh.
No matter how many names you write in your Death Note, your lifespan will not increase. Shinigami can tell what a person's name is by just looking at their face.
Oh.
Instantly. And do you have any idea why? You see their lifespan as well.
their name and
Why does that remind me of The Sims? I'm just like, imagine if you were a Shinigami and you looked at a person, you saw their name above their head, and you can like decide when to kill them.
Tell you how many years you've got left, but there's no way I'd ever tell you that.
Oh, that's so interesting. I feel like Light's gonna try and manipulate Ryuk in some way.
If a Shinigami drops his Death Note and a human picks it up, he can grant that human the eyes of a Shinigami. But only if a deal is made.
Ooh.
The price for having a Shinigami's eyes is half of that person's remaining lifespan. That's all it is.
half of my
Is Light that desperate?
Yeah. In other words,
Is he that desperate?
You're saying that I can't simply borrow your powers.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna be like, give me that deal right now.
all Shinigami
Know everyone's name just by looking at them.
That gives him so much
Power
power.
would only be easier to use.
Oh, Lord. Oh my god. I don't think there's any way in hell that Light is gonna say no to taking that, doing that pact with Ryuk. Light has such a superiority complex, and he really, really believes that he is basically God and bringing justice to all these people. He will not care if half of his lifespan is taken away from him. And my only question is, what would his lifespan be then? Like, when would he die? How much of his life will he have left after he accepts this pact? So I feel like in the next episode, we'll probably see Light accept the pact that Ryuk introduced to him. And I guess Light might get some new eyes. He'll figure out what everyone's name is just by looking at them, and that's scary. That is so scary. And honestly, the power that he could have if he has that, it's just like mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing right now. Also, I was looking at all the episodes for this show. There's so many episodes. How many? Like 34? 37. So I'm thinking I'm gonna upload 2 episodes at a time, like in one video, so we can kind of like get through this series quicker. I think there's also a season 2, but I don't know if season 2 is good. I heard from one of my friends that season 2 wasn't the best, so I might just like not watch season 2 unless you all really, really want me to. But yeah, it's been a couple of days. We're on to episode 4. At the end of episode 3, Ryuk offered up a deal to Light for him to basically shorten his lifespan in order to see everyone's name like on top of their bodies when Light sees them. So he'd be like getting some sort of eye replacement. Well, let's see if he actually takes this. Let's see if he actually takes this deal.
Has anyone seen Ryuk around lately?
Maybe he was serious about losing his death note. And he'd be stuck there till the end of that human's life or until the death note was destroyed.
Can't picture Ryuk doing something so boring.
See, okay, you know what's funny about this? These Shinigamis, I think that's what they're called, they're talking about how Ryuk's life would be so boring if he just had to like follow the human who got that death note around like for the rest of that human's life. But I feel like Ryuk's life now is so much more interesting, and he kind of even has been saying this in the previous episodes. Ryuk is like, wow, humans are so interesting. The way that Light is handling these criminals and just killing them, it's so interesting. And so I don't know, I wonder if Ryuk is gonna come back and tell these Shinigamis like what's happening, and maybe like influence his friends, if you would call them his friends, to do the same thing. But I feel like Light is kind of a 1 in 1 million person like on this planet to do this. So Ryuk got very lucky. He got very lucky with who picked up the death note. All right, here we go.
That's it, right?
I feel like he's gonna say yes.
Well then, do we have a deal or not?
This deal is out of the question.
Huh?
Really? Okay, that surprises me. But why?
And I intend to reign as a god in that world for a very long time. I might
There's that god complex?
in my life, but not if I die sooner.
Oh.
I figured this is what you call telling me early on? Don't you think you're a little late? I don't see why you couldn't have told me this one. Could have simply included it in the instructions for the death note.
He's so sassy.
He doesn't suck up to me, and he seems to have no problem giving me a hard time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. He is not scared at all. Like, I kind of talked about this before, but Light is not scared at all of anything, and I feel like that's because of his god complex. So he's not taking the deal because he wants to stay a god in this world for as long as possible, and obviously saying yes to this deal, he would live a shorter life. He wouldn't be able to do his good deeds that he's doing.
Something else you want to tell me ahead of time? Shinigami?
Okay, kind of along the lines of what I was saying about Light not being scared of anything. It's just so interesting because he's acting like he's untouchable, and I'm pretty sure Ryuk, since he's a god of death, he could literally just kill Light whenever he wants with his own death note. So Light's treading on some thin water, you know? He's treading a thin line. But I feel like Ryuk is having too much fun with this to actually kill him.
I might have seriously considered the deal if you'd offered me wings instead of arms. Just the idea of flying around freely in the sky sounds very good.
Okay, that would actually be really
After
cool.
all, it's next thing you know, I'm gonna end up becoming a real Shinigami.
I
Who
could
knows?
see it
Pretty
happening.
interesting.
You're already a worthy Shinigami.
He kind of is, because he already has a death note.
The truth of the matter is that we no longer even know why we exist. In fact, I doubt there's any reason for our existence at all.
Shinigami realm is meaningless to humans either.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Well, just think about it. Whenever a Shinigami like you comes to the human world once every 100, no more like every 1,000 years, the human world changes dramatically. Well, when you return from this world, why not use what you've learned here to try and change it for the better?
But you're quite the positive thinker.
Yeah, of course I am. That's why I'm using the
Of
death
course
note to
he
create a better
is.
world.
He's just trying to create a better world. Okay, that whole conversation was very interesting to me because seeing Light try to help Ryuk change like his homeland, if that's what you would call it, like the Shinigami realm, that is very interesting to me because it kind of shows that he like cares. He cares about Ryuk and how he's feeling, and he's like showing Ryuk that his life isn't meaningless. Like, and I guess you could say like with the way that he's using the Death Note, he like cares so much about making the world a better place, but I still think he just wants to be a god, and like his god complex is taking over to try and be like the best person that has ever existed, and that's like the main reason why he's doing this, rather than just doing it out of like the goodness of his heart, you know?
I think I just figured out how to find the name of the guy who was following me today.
Oh?
Gonna do that. Need to know exactly how far I can go in terms of specifying the details of death.
Jesus.
Should be interesting.
What do you mean? So they didn't just die from heart attacks? Before one of them died, he drew a pentagram on the wall of his cell using his own blood.
What?
Letter, but it doesn't seem to be a will or anything meaningful.
Light can include so many more details than I thought was possible. He doesn't need to just include like the reason why these people die. He can include everything that they do before that, which is kind of scary. Scarier than it was.
What if he can also determine the actions in the moments leading up?
Elle is so smart.
I have reason to believe that Kira was performing some kind of test using these criminals.
The way Elle
Experimenting on his victims?
is just literally like in Light's mind. That's crazy.
I think we're in luck. The results of yesterday's little test have already been downloaded onto my dad's
Oh my
computer.
god.
The results are just as I expected. The Death Note will work for what I have in mind. For the other 3 inmates, I purposely wrote conditions that were virtually impossible. I wrote that he would die in front of the Eiffel Tower in 1 hour. However, everyone knows that it's physically impossible to go from a prison in Japan to Paris, France in only 1 hour. Since this couldn't happen, he simply died of a heart attack in prison. Possible to make someone write what they don't already know.
Oh, there's conditions that follows the Death Note.
Time for the real thing.
Real thing?
What's the real thing?
News, they said this drug addict tried to rob a bank but was unsuccessful and then ran away empty-handed. I'll use him.
You know, it's so strange the way he's just like nonchalantly like, I'll just use this guy, this random guy who I saw on the TV who robbed a bank for my little experiment. He's using these people as puppets. Does not sit right with me.
Hello? Light? Morning.
Is this a girlfriend?
He's still following me. Perfect. This whole thing would just be a waste of time if he wasn't tailing me.
I'm so excited.
Oh my
and the best
god.
part is I have you all to myself.
Yeah.
Girly, he's a mass murderer.
He goes to school and cram school at night. Dates on his day off. A normal kid, just a hardworking senior in high school. No cause for suspicion.
No cause for suspicion. He's not suspicious of him at all, and I just know that Light is probably going to figure out his name and kill him. The police have to know who this person is who's like stalking Light, and they probably know like who he's following at that certain time. So like if he dies while he's following Light, I feel like that would make Light more suspicious, you know?
It's him. He's here.
Oh.
Stay in your seats unless you want to die.
Bus jacking? You gotta be kidding.
Oh my god.
Shut up. If anybody moves, I'm putting a bullet in their
Oh! No, I know what's happening. Okay.
I swear I'll kill every one of these passengers.
Oh my god.
Beauty, don't be scared. As soon as he turns around, I'm going to grab the gun out of his hand.
If it comes to that, I'll take care of it.
Do you have any proof that you're not his accomplice? Why should we trust you?
Don't say your name.
Yes, I've read about this before.
Don't say your name.
Comes in like he's working alone.
He's such a manipulator.
I'm sure Light Yagami isn't Kira.
No!
With a heart attack. Here's my proof.
No!
FBI?
Oh!
His name is Ray.
Oh my god. R.I.P. Ray. You're dead.
Trust you.
Don't move, you little punk! What the hell is that? Smart ass. You guys were planning something.
Wait, what is that?
Sees that note from before. He'll find out the Light was
Oh.
to jump him and take his gun away.
Oh.
Stupid kid.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Who the hell are you? You in the very back. What do you think you're doing? How long have you been back there?
What's this? You're talking to me? So you mean
Wait! Oh my god, this would be terrifying. Oh, yeah. Yes. It was part of the Death Note. Now he can see the Shinigamis.
Touching the paper, he's the only other one on the bus who can see me. He even used this hijacking as a way to get the guy
I feel like the FBI agent's gonna shoot the bank robber. Okay. Guess he didn't get shot. He just got hit by a car. Dear God. What a date.
5 on the dot. Everything went just as I planned.
That's freaking crazy. Light has so much power.
You will be next, Ray Penber.
Why do you have to kill Ray? He's not suspicious of you. Oh my god, this boy needs help. God, this is just crazy. Things just keep getting worse and worse. I don't know what I was expecting, but like, damn, I was not expecting it to be this intense. Light is just going further and further off the deep end. I literally just don't have any words. He's so smart. He thinks things out so much. He's so intelligent. And I don't even know, his god complex is just like so high right now. So not only can he control like the cause of someone's death, he can control their actions leading up to it. The fact that he can control when a person gets on a bus, what a person writes before their death, that's just like a lot of power. Because of these different actions that he can tell people to do, it's gonna be much harder for the police and L to figure out who he is. Because now he can kind of like disrupt the patterns that he's been following with just like the heart attacks in the prison cell. So the police can't like understand or begin to try and find who he is. I'm really curious as to how L is gonna figure out who Light is. Like, I feel like it has to happen. L is eventually gonna figure out who's doing all this. The thing that I like about this show, and kind of like, it kind of plays into how Attack on Titan is going right now. So in Death Note, the protagonist of the show is basically like the villain in a way. He's not the good guy as stories usually like sell to us. In most stories, most movies and TV shows that we watch, books that we read, the protagonist is the good guy in the show, like he's the hero. But in this show, the protagonist is not the hero at all. He thinks he's the hero in his mind, but in my mind and in a lot of people's minds that I talk to, they do not like Light. They don't think he's a good person. And then the antagonist right now is L. And I wouldn't classify him as the hero, but he has like the good standing morals. And so I kind of like how they switch that up. I saw this like protagonist versus antagonist dynamic in Breaking Bad. I kind of see it happening now in Attack on Titan with how Eren has kind of turned into like an anti-hero in Attack on Titan with part 1 of season 4. It just makes everything very interesting, very dynamic. It makes your brain do some laps, you know? With next episode, I feel like we're gonna see Ray unfortunately die, the FBI agent, even though he's done nothing wrong. He literally was just doing his job, following Light to see if he was like off the hook. RIP to that man. I'm gonna watch the next episode. Y'all, I hope you enjoy this reaction. I'm really liking putting 2 episodes into one because, one, I think it helps me get out videos faster, and y'all can see 2 reactions in one video. So yeah, thank you all again for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed, commented, or liked my videos. Y'all have been for the most part, everyone has been super nice about me watching the dubbed version of this. And those who aren't, I just ignore, because like it really doesn't matter. Thank you all again. If you do like these videos and you want to subscribe to me, I would really appreciate it, so then you can keep up with all my other reaction videos. And yeah, I will be watching the next episode now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone!